I'm going to open up in response to the question that was posed to me for the opening here. My life has been dedicated to public service. The last 22 years especially has been dedicated to helping Family Service, a local nonprofit, grow in services from a $300,000 agency to a $17 million, one that provides over 1 million contacts of services to some 55,000 family members throughout western Riverside County. Services like child care, senior homebound meals, counseling, youth centers, economic empowerment, especially for low-income and needy families. This has been my life's passion, and it's my life's accomplishment to have guided Family Service with the help of many others as President and CEO for the past 22 years. In addition, I'm responsible for making sure that 450 people get paid every payday, and that is I can tell you, a definite challenge in and of itself in the nonprofit sector, but one that I have carried out to my fullest ability. I ran for office 4 years ago, hopefully to bring these social entrepreneurial skills to city governance, to benefit the city and our neighbors that Jackie and I have come to love in the Riverside area. By the way, Jackie, happy birthday. I'm sorry I didn't tell you about all the guests that would be here tonight. But 4 years ago, I ran on a platform of safe, distinctive neighborhoods, a vibrant downtown, strong local economy, and responsive city government. We will speak of such things and the many accomplishments throughout the evening, but by way of introduction, my platform for this election would emphasize the following: continue the great strides in reducing crime and increasing public safety we have made during my tenure. The support I have given to our police, fire, public safety professionals has earned me their support and confidence as a leader on the council, and as someone who is a major supporter of efforts to build new fire stations and support new police initiatives which have resulted in these great public safety benefits. 2, seeing the enhancements of our parks and public amenities through to completion. Over 100 acres of parkland is being added in Ward 1, and over $50 million is being spent to improve every park in the ward. The Fox Theater, Evergreen Cemetery, public improvements, museum, library, and the downtown mall, things weren't even talking about 4 years ago, will be done and add another $50 million in improvements long overdue. 3, protecting and enhancing our environmental assets. Completing the Santa Ana River Trail and the 1,000 acres I have worked to assemble over these years is a legacy that we should all support on behalf of future generations. Continuing to be the most vocal and ardent supporter of Prop R and Measure C on the council, protecting our valuable hillsides is still needed and a role I gladly accept. Working on creative solutions to manage growth like infill downtown housing, aggressively ensuring grade separations, creating local jobs, limits the use of the automobile, and creates environments where we can all live, work, and play. 4, fully realizing the economic potential and capability of the Inland Empire, of this capital city of the Inland Empire, continuing the trend of creating more jobs here than we export, maximizing our presence as the arts and cultural capital of the Inland Empire, growing our economic pie so that we can build affordable workforce housing and once again make the American dream a reality, not an exception. I want to thank the League of Women Voters, the University Women, and the group for hosting this forum. I look forward to this evening and continued discussions throughout this election cycle.
Thank you, Mr. Betro. Now we will hear from Mr. Gardner.
Thank you, and thank you all for coming. I'm running because I want to return a sense of openness and trust to City Hall. Our City Council has become remote, dictatorial, and paternalistic. Citizens feel they are not listened to, and their opinion is not wanted. I'm running because I believe we need jobs for the people who already live here, more than we need housing for more people who will just commute to Los Angeles and Orange counties. We should devote our little remaining developable land to job-intensive uses rather than to land-intensive, job-poor warehousing that we are currently building. I'm running because we have to stop annexing land and approving major new developments when we do not have the infrastructure to support it. We are already short of firefighters, police officers, parks, and libraries. Our roads are jammed with cars. We need to build the infrastructure as we grow, not after. Somewhere back behind us, there's a horse. We need to go back and get it and put it in front of the cart. We cannot continue to play catch-up. I'm running because the downtown parking program, the so-called Smart Park program, has been a disaster. The theory behind the parking program was that we needed to make the long-term parkers move into the garages and make room for the short-term parkers who would patronize the downtown businesses on the streets. That seemed to be a good idea. However, it was planned and implemented without consulting the downtown businesses or the citizens who patronize them. It was implemented all at once over the entire area, despite the recommendation of the Downtown Parking Committee that it be rolled out in phases, with testing and adjustment between phases to identify and fix potential problems. It was implemented in a rush, knowing that the collection boxes that were installed would not do what they were intended to do, and that every one of them would have to be replaced. It had to be turned off from Thanksgiving to New Year last year to entice people to come downtown for the Festival of Lights. Now it has recently been fixed, again without consulting the affected businesses or patrons, indeed without any opportunity for public input or review. The fix turns the initial justification for Smart Park on its head. Under the fix, it is now cheaper, in fact it's free, to park in the garages for the first hour and a half. On the street, it'll cost you $1.50 in the downtown core or 75 cents if you park in the outlying area. After 2.5 hours in the outlying areas and 3.5 hours in the downtown core, it's less expensive to park on the street than it is in the garage. So now we have downtown parking where the economic incentive is for short-term parkers to use the garages and long-term parkers to park on the street. I'm running because the incumbent tried to sell the 42-acre Tekeskeek Park property to raise money for the Riverside Renaissance. And he did take the 17.59-acre Market Street frontage from Fairmount Park away from the Park and Recreation Department. I'm running because no one on the council had the foresight to ask what a summer bill might look like under the new utility rate structure that the council adopted. No one should have been surprised that summer bills would double and even triple. We should have known what the result of the rate structure would be because someone should have looked at that. I would have asked that question. I'm running because I believe we need to concentrate more on our neighborhoods and a little less on the downtown. I believe it's wrong to spend $10 million beautifying the downtown pedestrian mall when it takes 5 years to get the curbs and gutters and sidewalks in your neighborhood fixed. I think it's wrong to spend almost $8 million prettifying City Hall when we don't have money to trim palm trees to reduce fire hazards. I'm running because I'm running because while we do need to revitalize downtown, we should focus on preserving our heritage and retaining the small town feel that Riverside has managed to hang on to as it grows. We need a council member who cares what the citizens think, whose vision of Riverside does not look like Orange County, and who will get it right the first time.